Hi, I'm Sam. Welcome to Healing with Sam. If you're in a CPS case and you feel like you are losing your mind, it is not you. You are not crazy. The system, society has labeled you a bad mom, sometimes even dangerous. And there's a lot to cope with, and just that alone. Plus the trauma of your children being taken from you and not in your care anymore. For years, or at least your entire motherhood journey, you have taken care of your children and loved your children, and then all of a sudden they're gone, and it's very confusing, and there's a lot of pressure and intensity from the judgment and the label in and of itself. When CPS enters your life, it becomes chaotic. I would refer to it as a nightmare. And when your children aren't in your care and you're not sure whose care they're in, or you know that they're not being cared for away from you as good as they are with you, it messes with your head, your emotions, with everything. It's definitely the worst experience a mother can go through. This judgment, though, and this label that we now carry when we have an open CPS case, it works in two ways. We're being judged and labeled by other people, seeing us differently, and then our perception and how we see ourselves in the world changes also. When we have a CPS case and we're being labeled and judged, there's the judge themselves, there's our caseworkers, and then there's friends and family, church members, social media. We are labeled mothers without our children, mothers with a CPS case, mothers whose children have been removed. And that is a very harsh label. And then the label that you start to internalize. And I think that's the worst part. And it hurts my heart when I see it. And I know that I do it and I experienced it. When a mother starts, when you start, when I started second guessing ourselves, when our mother intuition started fading away and becoming a whisper to possibly completely silent. A mother knows what's best for her child. And when a mother starts to second guess herself and what's best for her child because of some unjust court system and agency, I think that's one of the saddest things. So this whole mess of you feeling like you're crazy, but you're not. I'm here to tell you that you're not. Everything is confusing. You know you're a good mother. No one said perfect, but you know you take care of your children and you love your children. And you should know you're what's best for your children because you are. So knowing that, and then all of a sudden being treated like a criminal, for example, because that is how the CPS system and courts treats parents, us mothers, that's very confusing in and of itself. And that can make any person begin to start thinking they're crazy. I'm a good mom, I'm a good person. My children have been removed, I'm labeled bad and dangerous and being treated like a criminal. Like that's two different worlds. And it's normal to feel like you're going crazy. And I'm glad you're watching this video because I can tell you that you're not alone and know what you're feeling is normal. And I'm glad you're here watching this video because CPS will never show you compassion and reassure you you're not crazy, that you're doing good. That I've never heard of that happening. It is real. It is true that you're going through this horrible system that, like I said, is a chaotic nightmare. And it is true that these people, the caseworkers, the judges, are judging you for things that aren't fair and that aren't true. That's all possibly very real. So it's really important to watch videos like this and to have a support system and to know grounding techniques so you don't get caught up in all of the hoopla of you're a bad mom, you're a dangerous mom, you can't have your children, you have to do this, and then you do that and it's still not good enough. It's just a never-ending nightmare. So it is not you. And because of all this, you will start questioning yourself and your own judgment and your whole self as a mother, your whole motherhood journey. And I really encourage you to catch yourself doing that and just don't do it. You're still a mother and you are still what's best for your kids. Your nervous system is in overload and you are traumatized mentally, emotionally, spiritually, and things can become very dark. But you're a mother, and mothers are survivors. And so I'm glad you're here. If anything in this video helped, please put in the comments so we can start to build a community, because I'm not going anywhere. This is an important topic. Mothers are the most important things in the world to their children. And this is a national crisis. This isn't happening to just me or to just you or to just my city, in your city. This is happening nationwide. So I'm not going anywhere. I'm going to keep spreading awareness and I'm going to keep offering support to mothers. And so if you have time, please add something in the comments that resonated in this video, or a question, or just to say hi. And if you haven't already, definitely subscribe. I'll see you next time.